What's up, guys? Welcome to Night Drive TV. We are going to go over the top 10 swaps at SEMA. I'm going to throw in an honorable mention and a little WTF action there in the middle. But I'm going to go over the top 10 vehicles that I think really, brought something different to the table. As with the SEMA show, every year that I go, I mean, there's cars that you're going to miss. You're just not going to see everything. You may have a car in your mind like, okay, this has got to be on this list. It may or may not be. There's so many things literally to look at, choose from, and just so many ideas going on that it's really hard to compress it into 10. I could probably do a top 30, but, without further ado, as they say, let's go ahead and hit the list. You ready? Coming in, and an honorable mention may surprise you. Though amazing in concept, this GTR was sporting a VK45 Indy Lights Daytona prototype engine, individual throttle bodies, forced induction. Yes, it's a very eager build. All-wheel drive was taken out of this car, though. This is a manual transmission coupled with rear-wheel drive. If you look at the bodywork closely, though, this car was so disastrous, I just couldn't put it in the list.
10.
So coming in at number 10, we have an E30 M3 with an F80 current generation M4 twin turbo here that was matched to a manual transmission. This was a student build. This is for SEMA Battle of the Builders. This thing was stripped down to bare shell. Really extensive build. I believe the driver Jalopnik did an article on it. Really a 6 swap.
9.
So here you're like, what? An LS swap? Yeah, but look at this. This is an S2000 with an LS6 from a C5 Z06. This thing fits perfectly in this engine bay. Dual headlight conversion in the front. Great touch. I mean, wide body, a little bit excessive for my taste, but overall this car was extremely well executed. Really nice for an LS.
8.
So stick with me on this one. You're looking at, this is a Camaro. Why are you putting this in here? Now this is the one you may want to click away, but listen, hear me out. GM did this. This is an electric swap. This is a crate engine, right? And they're saying they're going to offer the batteries, the motor. They're saying this thing is capable of 9-second passes. It's something to think about.
7.
Prepare for a clean 1969 Ford Talladega. So this is a 5.0, basically a new Ford Mustang GT engine, but a twin turbo setup that is so pristinely executed. Look at these headers going through where the fender wells essentially would be. The symmetry of this build is the excellence of it. You have your charge piping, very symmetrical turbos behind each side of the headlights. Intercooler split in half here. You can see where the cold side piping comes from, and the turbos feed down into the bottom of these intercoolers. I mean, everything was just so exquisitely executed that I had to include it in the mix. It's a Ford on Ford. It's not really a super, dynamic whoa. Never saw anything like this before. But you could just see that the execution of this car was done really well. This is a well-known guy. He's had other cars at SEMA and built this particular one. I think he had like a huge horsepower Camaro in another SEMA show, but had to be included.
6.
All right, so stick with me. We've got a pretty old Ford here. What I liked about this swap was that it's just we're really seeing a huge span of time between the age of the chassis, the fact that usually the guys with this era of chassis are swapping V8s. It was really nice to see someone really grasping the EcoBoost V6, which Ford obviously has been putting in trucks and caused a little disruption. People like V8s in their trucks, so it was really nice to see somebody do an older, very clean build, air ride, C-notched. Just we're seeing a lot of mixing of genres here. We got lowered truck genre, kind of an old resto mod at the same time. Kind of had some big brakes on it and stuff like that, so you kind of see the pro touring mixed in. It's just so many things wrapped in one, and I really like seeing that people are starting to get on board with the V6 turbocharging, things like that. So I had to do some kind of intermission. This does not make the list, but this was the Hot Wheels booth. They had a lot of like Hot Wheels type cars. So, there's nitrous bottles on the dash, between the shifter on the back. It's kind of like a Fast and the Furious Part 12 type of thing.
5.
All right, calm down. It's another S2000, but this is a 2JZ swapped pristinely executed, very shiny single turbo 2JZ in an S2000, slight wide body, kind of a turd brown. I mean, it's pretty nice. The camera doesn't really do it justice. My lens was dirty, but as you can see, the manifold fabrication, really sweet, had a tubular front end for intercooler support and things like that. It was a pretty nicely done car.
4.
You're either going to love or you're going to hate this one, but as I came up on this car, I really liked it. I was like, it's cool, you know. Who doesn't like a Porsche? But it had Volk TE37s in bronze. That's a thing. So I'm like, I got a feeling about this car. I need to go take a look. Sure enough, I get to the backside, and that's not a Porsche motor. That's a K-swap from a Honda. And it's a turbo setup, very clean. They had this induction system in the two rear windows, which I'm assuming are feeding the intercoolers. I couldn't see them, but it was pretty sweet. So I mean, all the Japanese little nuances around the car, the GT mirrors, the wheels, things like that. Whoever built it obviously is kind of a Honda fan, but loves the Porsche chassis, and I can't say that it's probably a bad combination.
3.
Okay, the getting's about to get good. The anticipation is building, and here I am approaching this. This is like a kit car. I believe they're called Cheetah. Don't hold me to it, but what's under the hood? An LS swap. You gave me another LS swap, but hold on. This is a V12 LS. V12LS.com. They cut like two different blocks, put them together with a custom crank, and make it run. Check it out.
2.
Okay, this is a tough one, but the second to last build is going to be the B is for Build. It's a YouTube channel. B is for Build. It's their 240 with an S85 V10 out of a BMW M5. The cool part about this build is they took the motor. They even got the dash in it. The car did run. It was running for the show, so they did get it in there. It looks, you know, needs to be maybe tucked up a little bit. Some finishing touches. Obviously, it needs to go through its initial working out the bug stage, but this was a really cool build, really clean.
1.
Are you ready? This is not it, but this is a really cool 288 like GTO Ferrari. I really couldn't get many details on it, but it was real close to the car that is number one, and I'm going to show it to you right now. So I had to finish this one with a little bit of America mixed in. This is an E46 BMW Street Fighter LA. You can check it out. This is a 6.4 liter 392 Hemi with a supercharger. So through this SEMA, what we see is a lot of marriages of American power or Japanese power with European chassis. That should tell you something. I know what I think it tells me. I'll let you decide. But thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to do more videos like this along with other builds of my Z06 and other random things. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.
0.